These are the craziest mind games in football history. And for number 20, we got the time Andre Onana humiliated himself.
And they're out. Andre Onana trying the same tricks again. It's goalwards.
Man, dude didn't even trust himself. But number 19 is going to have trust issues for life.
Matthew's got him behind the Bournemouth defence. This is Shalabar. Oh, he left it.
Damn, this man is a menace. But that's not even close to the craziest mind game in football. Because at number 18, Pepe Reina tried playing tricks with Vardy.
You have to take a penalty like that just literally seconds after coming on. Does that add a little bit of pressure?
No, it made it a bit easier. The keeper said I was going down the middle, and I was.
Vardy!
Vardy really out here putting goalies in their place. But he's not the only one. Because at number 17, one goalkeeper took mind games to a different level.
For the Bentley Greens.
And Theodoridis again. Well, he's going to get himself a yellow card here.
Just mind games.
Well, he's got to be careful now because Hatzimaratis, Bentley going for back-to-back. For the Doherty Cup, Hatzimaratis! Saved! Saved by Theodoridis!
That goalie deserves a raise. But so does Cristiano Ronaldo. Because at number 16, he managed to keep his cool on the biggest stage possible.
Penalty. Cristiano Ronaldo is brought down inside 3 minutes. Spain protest. Cristiano Ronaldo against David De Gea. Standards don't get much higher than that. 1-0. Cristiano Ronaldo for Portugal.
This man had his own teammate trying to mess with him and still made it. Crazy. But at number 15, we got an even crazier moment. Because Neymar had his own friend trying to get into his head. See, during a game between PSG and Lyon, Neymar won a penalty in the 63rd minute and had a chance to equalize. That's when his own friend, Paqueta, told the goalkeeper Neymar's penalty secret. Friend betraying you like that is just crazy. But nothing is crazy compared to the free kick at number 14. Because one team started playing mind games with the goalkeeper.
Ну что, Хадарцев будет бить? Да, вот он розыгрыш. Где Солдатенко? Прибежит вратарь. Вот смотрите. Удар и гол! 2-2! Ничего себе!
Bro, how the hell do you even come up with that? It's like they love playing tricks. But if anyone loves tricks, it's Martinez. Because at number 13, he had Manchester United shaking. See, in an extra time game against Aston Villa, United needed just one more goal to level the game when the referee awarded them a penalty. That's when Martinez knew he had to become a villain.
So we would see who would be taking the penalty for Manchester United, whether Fernandes or Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah, Martinez tried getting into Ronaldo's head, saying he should take the penalty, only for this to happen.
Bruno Fernandes, who has acquired penalty duties here. He scored 93% of his penalties. Bruno Fernandes misses! It almost ended up in the top tier of the Stretford End. It almost ended up at Villa Park. That's how high it went.
This man is really a menace to football. And so is Zlatan at number 12. As he wasn't fazed by one of the GOATs trying to play mind games on him. See, during a Serie A game between Juventus and Milan were awarded the penalty and the chance to get back into the game. So Ronaldo decided to talk some trash. Now, after saying something like that, just imagine the pressure was on for Zlatan. That's when he did this. Eventually, it was clear that it was all fun and jokes. But number 11 was anything but jokes. Because we gotta talk about a moment that had two teammates hating each other. See, in the 2022 National Cup final, Liverpool teammates Mohamed Salah and Sadio Mane were going at it. And just a few minutes into the game, things were looking amazing for Mane as his team was awarded a penalty. But that's when everything would change. Because just before the penalty was taken, Mane had to watch his own teammate Salah telling the goalkeeper everything about his penalties, leaving him completely unhinged.
And it is Senegal who missed the opportunity, and a wonderful save from Abu Gabal again.
Luckily for Mane, he was able to redeem himself later in the game.
Mane! Senegal are African champions!
I guess karma really does exist. But look, we're in the top 10, so we're about to take mind games to a whole different level. We gotta talk about the time one goalkeeper played so many tricks, it had him going viral. See, in 2022, Chelsea would be facing Liverpool in the Carabao Cup final. And with the game being scoreless after 120 minutes, it would all be decided during the penalty shootout. But right before the end of extra time, Chelsea would sub on their penalty expert, Kepa. But there would be one issue. Kepa had no trust in him. And as the shootout went on, all hell would break loose.
Centre half, Virgil van Dijk to take the next. And Van Dijk left nothing to chance. Mo Salah. smashed and into the top corner. Can you read me? Kelleher converts. That is a belter.
And after 21 penalties, it would be time for Kepa to step up.
Kepa has failed to save any of 11. And now he must score. And now he must score. Kepa heaves it high.
Not gonna lie, I kind of feel bad for him. Dude was subbed 1 to save penalties, saved 0, and missed the most important one. That's wild. But what Emi Martinez did at number 9 might be even wilder, because he got away with multiple yellow cards in 1 game. See, in a game between Lyon and Aston Villa, Martinez would be picking up his first yellow card in the 39th minute, leaving him no room for error in the remainder of the game. Now, eventually, the game would go on all the way to penalties, and if there's anything football fans know, it's that Martinez will do anything to get into the other players' heads, and this time wasn't going to be any different.
Doesn't score this time. Martinez makes a great save.
It's gone quite early with the shush though.
The whole situation would take a wild turn.
One of the biggest games in this club's history, and you need to respect the pumping emotion all around this stadium. Douglas Luiz has gone to get an explanation, but the card has been brandished again by the referee Ivan Krusliak.
Martinez was rightly, by the way, allowed to stay on the pitch because the rules state that bookings during a match are not carried forward into a penalty shootout.
This dude is really using every trick in the book. But look, Martinez isn't the only goalie who's mastered the art of mind games. Because at number 8, we got the goalkeeper who started this whole thing, Jens Lehmann. See, Lehmann has done it all, from diving to wasting time in the most creative way possible. But in 2008, Lehmann would finally save the Premier League from his shithousery when he decided it was time to head back to Germany and finish his career. Now at this point, everyone expected Lehmann to tone everything down, but he had a completely different idea. Because in a late-game thriller against Hoffenheim, Lehmann took things way too far when he set the player's boot on top of his own net.
This is the challenge with Sami Khedira, where he lost his boot. Now, the referee should have stopped play. He's done that now and taken him off, but he should have done that before. And Jens Lehmann has put his boot on top of the net.
Now, obviously, this was all banter, until that same player would have a chance to score the winner in the 92nd minute.
And now, Jens Lehmann against Sanihovic, it's over!
Yeah, this was comedic. I mean, how could you not love that? But hey, it's still not as crazy as what Diego Costa did to Arsenal at our 7th craziest moment. See, in the 2015-16 season, the Premier League had found itself a new menace, Diego Costa. So every time he would face teams, he would do anything to rile players up, and it would constantly be in a subtle way. I mean, this dude took a bite of another player's neck. Hell, he even went through spit on Sergio Ramos. But against Arsenal, he would do something even more crazy. Because not only would he hit a defender in the face, he would somehow trick the referee to send an Arsenal player off.
Diego Costa reacts and puts his chest into Koscielny. So 4 separate actions by Diego Costa there, which in the end leads to Gabriel getting involved, and he's the one who pays the ultimate price. Flicks a leg out at Diego Costa and pays the price with a red card for that. But Diego Costa's a lucky guy to stay on the pitch.
And with that, you just know Mourinho had some wise words after the game.
I think you should speak about Gabriel Paulista. Good player. You should speak about him and about his mistake. If you want to speak about Diego Costa with me, is just to say he played like he has to play. And that's why you have full stadiums, you sell to televisions all around the world for millions and millions, because the game has to be played like that. Okay?
Man, Diego Costa could throw a granny in front of a bus, and Mourinho would still defend him. But Costa has nothing on number 6, because it involves the time Mourinho tried messing with the GOAT, Cristiano Ronaldo. See, over the years, Mourinho has done all types of stuff, like linking up with Stormzy, or doing weird post-game interviews. But there's one moment that really crossed the line, because right before facing Real Madrid and Ronaldo, he did this.
I was manager for the first time in the 2000 year. But before that, I was assistant in big clubs and with big managers and playing with and coaching the best players in the world. So I was 30 and I was coaching Ronaldo, not this one, the real one, the Brazilian Ronaldo.
So you know Ronaldo had to make him pay.
Here goes Ronaldo. Oh, what a screamer! He won it, he took it, and he scored it. Let's go. Ronaldo! Well, it doesn't get much better than that. He's got 2, Real have 3.
Damn, Ronaldo really not gonna let anyone play mind games with him. But look, you don't need to be one of the GOATs just to make this list. Because at number 5, Emi Martinez had an entire nation shook. See, the 2022 World Cup final was going to be decided with penalties. And even though it featured players such as Messi and Mbappe, all eyes would instead be on one man.
Do you see mind games, Martinez, if he has to? And Mbappe rattles it in. Ear-splitting whistles. Coman. Great stop! Martinez is punching the air again! Martinez is trying to get in his head. He hasn't helped with the return of the ball. He will do what it takes. Tchouaméni has dragged it wide, and Argentina are on the cusp.
And somehow, things would get even worse. Because after winning the World Cup, Emi Martinez would play mind games with the whole world.
This would be crazy.
He was playing for Oxford 10 years ago.
This man was a straight-up savage. And that brings us to number 4, the time one goalkeeper embarrassed himself. See, in the 2024 Community Shield, Manchester United and Manchester City would have nothing separating them after 120 minutes. So you just knew they were going to witness Onana give us a wild ride.
Here goes the man who equalised, and it's a poor penalty.
Yeah, he actually managed to save the first penalty. But as the shootout went on, things would not get any prettier.
At a critical stage of the shootout for Manchester City, De Bruyne does well.
Well, he had a very poor game, Erling Haaland. I'm not overly confident he's going to score this one.
Waits, but he shows no doubts.
He's looking at a player as he's coming up to take the penalty. I would suggest he doesn't look overly confident.
Scores for this to win the Community Shield, and they've done it.
Imagine pulling out all the stunts just to save one penalty. But look, we're in the top 3, so we're gonna make crazy even crazier. And we just gotta talk about the craziest mind games in Netherlands history. See, in the 2014 World Cup quarterfinals, the Dutch were facing Costa Rica. And with the game going all the way to penalties, Dutch goalie Tim Krul had his plan already.
Tim Krul, I don't think has touched the ball, has he? Been there, done that before, and he's done it again! Tim Krul's having a word. Mind games going on here. How cool is he? Very cool. Very cool. Plays his football. And here comes Ruiz, and Krul gets down and saves it this time! And he needs to score this. Just to keep the pressure on the Dutch. Misses this, and the Netherlands are in the semi-final. It's Onana who steps up. Oh, and Krul has saved it! It's Krul for the Dutch! The goalkeeping hero who came on for the bench has become a World Cup hero!
You know, I really want to say we're never going to see better mind games than this ever again, but I would be lying. Because at number 2, one goalkeeper does something we're never going to see again. See, this is Portugal legend Ricardo. And in the 2004 Euros, the quarterfinal between England and Portugal would be decided by penalties. But with the scores tied 5-5, Ricardo needed to do something really crazy to get in the English player's head. That's when he decided to take his gloves off.
And Ricardo makes the save. Ricardo makes the save from Darius Vassell.
Yeah, this guy took his gloves off and saved the damn penalty. But he wasn't going to stop there, because right after, he stepped up to take the final penalty.
Unbelievable. And he has. Oh.
I'm not gonna lie, that man has balls of steel. But look, we've reached the craziest mind game in football history. And there's no mind games crazier than what Emi Martinez did against the Netherlands. Because not only did the Dutch make one of the wildest comebacks in World Cup history, but during the penalties, this happened.
Taking a long time.
Brilliant save.
That image, the way he celebrated that, could be a lasting image of these World Cup finals. Now Berghuis.
Oh, it's saved again. That's an amazing piece of goalkeeping. And he scores it. Van Dijk and Berghuis, who had the penalty saved by Martinez at the start of the shootout.
This guy is really the GOAT of mind games. But have you seen the player that got kicked in the face? Or about the time one player tried messing with Zlatan? And if you want to know all about that and much more, you need to watch this video right here. These are the most dangerous fouls in football history.